Looking at the ultra-modern spaceship-like design of the newest models, it is almost impossible to believe that this vehicle started its life as a chunky, plastic-cladded budget crossover that nobody took seriously. The evolution of this specific nameplate is basically the exact same story as the entire Korean automotive industry, rising from the bottom of the barrel to actively dominating the global market. Let us rewind the clock back to the year 2004 when the first generation debuted. It shared its platform with the Elantra sedan, and it was basically the brand dipping their toes into the exploding compact SUV market, dominated by the Honda CR-V and the Ford Escape. The original design was bulbous, uninspiring, and featured an interior filled with hard gray plastics that felt cheaper than a dollar store toy. But it had one massive advantage. It was incredibly affordable. It offered a standard V6 engine option, which was quite rare for the class, and it came with that legendary warranty which convinced skeptical buyers to take a chance on an underdog. Fast forward to the second generation, launched in 2009, and you start to see the first major shift in corporate philosophy. This is when the fluidic sculpture design language took over, replacing the awkward, bubbly shape with sweeping lines and a much more aggressive, confident stance. The interior materials took a noticeable step up in quality, and the ride dynamics improved dramatically thanks to a redesigned multi-link rear suspension that finally made it feel like a proper global competitor rather than just a cheap alternative. They introduced the new 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine that struck a much better balance between passing power and daily fuel efficiency. Then came the third generation in 2015, which was a massive turning point for the company. The design matured significantly, adopting a sharp, sophisticated look with a large hexagonal grille that made it look far more premium than its price tag suggested. This generation saw a heavy emphasis on safety engineering, incorporating advanced high-strength steel into the chassis and introducing early versions of advanced driver assistance systems like autonomous emergency braking and blind spot detection. The driving experience was refined, the cabin was whisper quiet compared to the older models, and the infotainment technology started to genuinely outpace the traditional Japanese rivals. We saw the introduction of a punchy 1.6-liter turbocharged engine paired with a dual-clutch transmission, showing that the engineering team was willing to take risks to offer a more engaging driving experience. But nothing could have prepared the automotive world for the absolute seismic shift that was the fourth generation. Introduced for the 2022 model year, the current iteration completely shattered the mold with its parametric dynamics design theme. The integration of the daytime running lights directly into the geometric grille was a masterstroke of automotive design, making the car instantly recognizable from a mile away. The interior was completely rethought, focusing on a dual cockpit layout that feels more like a luxury lounge than a mainstream family hauler. The leap in technology from the third to the fourth generation is staggering, with the introduction of highly efficient hybrid and plug-in hybrid powertrains, advanced digital interfaces, and a level of refinement that legitimately challenges established luxury brands. This history is not just about changing sheet metal. It is a testament to an automaker that aggressively listened to consumer feedback, poured billions of dollars into research and development, and poached some of the absolute best designers and engineers from European luxury brands to completely reinvent their identity. They went from being the car you bought simply because you could not afford anything else to being the car you actively choose because it is genuinely the best option in the segment. Every single generation ironed out the flaws of the previous one, fixing suspension geometries, upgrading transmission logic, and refining interior ergonomics until they arrived at the powerhouse we have today. It's a perfect example of relentless, continuous improvement, and it forces every other manufacturer to step up their game or get left completely behind in the sales charts.